for North America, and it's time to welcome back Complexity into ECS. They dipped out of the league previously, but they've made their way back into it now. And it's pretty cool. Jason Lake is actually going scuba diving with his son at the moment. He tweeted me, because I'm like the scuba guy in CS, I guess. So that's really cool to see. I might go scuba diving in Belize while I'm here.
Did you inspire him to go scuba diving? Was that their first time?
No, he's just a diver as well, but he knows that I'm a diver, so he's like, hey, I'm going diving, because he knows I'm mad about that stuff. So I appreciate the tweet.
If you ever talk to a diver, is there anything you say to a diver to impress them that you know you're talking about?
I don't try to impress people.
But do you know what the thing is that you're supposed to do?
No, I mean, there's like, people are notorious for being douchebags, I guess you would say.
Douche
like
divers.
if they've, because you can study loads of different things, right? Like you can study, like for me, I've studied dry suit diving, so I have a certification, so I can drive in a dry suit. So I don't like a wetsuit will absorb the water, whereas dry suit will reject the water and keep you dry inside. So like in the UK, you need a dry suit because you wear thermal layers underneath. So I've dived in 5-degree water, which was quite interesting. Nitrox, which is a mixture, like normal air that you breathe, has about 20.9% oxygen, and the rest is mostly nitrogen. But nitrox is a mixture gas with less oxygen, sorry, more oxygen, less nitrogen, for reasons I won't go into. But like you can study that thing and get certified to use that and this and that. And some people apparently get loads of certifications and try to show off like they have all these certifications. So that's like the douchey thing to do, apparently. But I've never met somebody like that. Actually, I've met the opposite, where they don't know what they're doing. Because I go on these trips solo and I dive alone, but you have to be paired with somebody, and often the person you're paired with, sometimes it's like a dive master or something, but most of the time somebody who's learned in like Thailand and has no idea what they're doing, doesn't have a dive computer, doesn't do the safety stuff, so it's just a mess.
That's a little scary.
I think it's scary if you're the nervous type, but for me, when I was inexperienced and I had like 10 dives or something, it was like I didn't, I'm not a nervous person, but still it's harder to deal with because I had somebody who was underweighted. So like when you're on the surface, you should be able to just sink by basically breathing out and deflating your jacket, but she had to swim off the surface, which means she's underweighted. But when she comes back up and has to do a safety stop, she's going to weigh less because she's got less air in her tank, so it's going to be even harder to stay under, that kind of thing. So I had to like drag her down with my hand and like keep her low and stuff. So these are the teams who are playing in the NA portion of the league again. United, I think that was Rise Nation, and they got picked up by United. That's a pretty cool logo, to be honest with you. And Rogue here, so I have to commentate Hiko's matches. Only joking, like to troll my good friend Hiko. Cadian's in there as well. Yep. That'll be interesting. I haven't really watched their games because they haven't been in our league, so I'm quite curious to see that.
I think they've turned it around since last season. Last season were just really bad. Like they were the bottom of the league. It seemed like they had nothing going on, and I think they're already off to like I think they were 3 or 4 wins in EPL, so they're much better start to the season. I think that's the total amount of wins they had last season. So. Yeah,
I've looked at their stats, and Cadian seems to be doing pretty well for them.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely solid for. Especially considering I think we need more good operas in North America. So
yeah, but I guess he brings an understanding of more like European play, which also helps as well because that's what he's used to. If that makes any sense?
Yeah, maybe. I think anytime somebody's played on other good teams, like he's even been sub for good teams, he's gonna bring a lot of like good information that you can use here. Yeah, and he also can lie and say like, this is what I learned. Just to give you confidence. Like if you make up a strat, you just say that this is a strawless.
Like, look, I played with a strawless. You guys need to drop me an op every round.
Yeah,
trust me.
It's nice to have a different point of view as well. But here we are, Complexity versus Team Liquid. The first map's going to be Inferno. Complexity starting on the CT side, and it's nice to have that logo back in the game. Complexity are an awesome org, and glad for the success that they've recently had, and good luck with the scuba diving as well. Not sure where they're doing the diving. Def is going to be the grenade man for his team, and there's FNS taken down. A recent addition to Complexity after one of the CLG refugees, and Def will join him. There's Ye as well.
Oh, that was really tough.
I think he had a nice highlight in FPL. I think he got a 1v2 or 3 with a scout or something, or maybe that's someone else. I don't know. But there we go.
Yeah, he's definitely had a lot of highlights, like in rank. Yes, I would imagine he's really good in the pugs, for sure. I mean, just a good player, but you know, some pro players are like better puggers. Like I think Nothing was saying that Lurpus was like never a pugger, but still really good in matches, and that was just totally normal. You know, some people are good at pugs, some people aren't. But
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't really have to do with how well you'll do in a match setting.
I never got to see Lurpus play, so I don't know anything about his.
I didn't really follow the game either at the time.
Yeah, I played 1.6, but I didn't watch it competitively. I knew vaguely, I'd heard of CPL thing, but you know, I wasn't.
Yeah. I didn't know how to put money on my computer, so I couldn't get ESEA when I was playing 1.6. So I played StarCraft because it was free.
4 CZs and a P250 for complexity. So again, we saw from Versus Pro, they went for the double eco more or less, at least on their CT sides when they lost a pistol, which you just don't see often enough. And at least there is, I mean, yes, they just got taken down from behind there, but they took a risk. They wanted to have a certain setup, and it got exploited. I imagine you would hear somebody jumping onto the balcony, though.
Yes, they definitely would, and I'm surprised at least the second guy didn't turn around because, you know, it was an extended spray down the stairs. But they seemed very confident that someone was coming up, so I guess they both misheard somehow. But FNS got a good kill.
Yeah, I mean, there are some players, though, it's not mentioned very often, but some players just don't have very good hearing. Which is like, I hear a lot in the game. I hear more than most people I play with, which I would imagine is partly because of my headset.
$1,000 headset.
No, not really. I use a Mad Catz headset, actually, which you might surprise you because they used to be notorious for having less than stellar products until the FACEIT came out and stuff. But there's an audio company called Triton, which they bought, and they do awesome headsets. So I normally, well, at home I use one of those. On the road, they aren't the kind of headset that you could, I think I'd break it if I tried to put it in my suitcase or something. So I use other things, but some people, like, I want to say Naf doesn't have great hearing. I think Get Right's having some problems. I think it was Fur whose ear was bleeding during an ECS LAN, which he didn't mention to people. So yeah, I mean, people have got problems. You know, some people got problems hearing, so you can't judge too much these days, especially when it comes to Nuke. I saw MSL complaining about Nuke on Twitter recently, and I was thinking it's not that bad.
No,
but then I played it and it's like, oh my god, it's really bad.
The sound?
Like in some places, I was like, I don't know what I'm hearing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think some of that is getting used to what you hear, but they've made it so that you have individual sounds for every texture and every distance and every height and everything. So Nuke is just going to push that.
That's really awesome. The different surface sound.
Yeah.
I mean, at first people are like, oh my god, it's so annoying because you're not familiar. Right? But once you're familiar, it's better. So you just hold the L in that time.
People are very short-sighted in that regard.
Yeah. Basically, Valve is like the nation of China. For the greater good, man. Let's get all these states together.
I feel like if you had one dictator for all the games, I'd pick Valve.
But which Valve? Because Valve Dota is not Valve Counter-Strike. They might as well be two different companies.
Oh, well,
to a
like
degree.
if they were like the esports coalition or something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they have some kind of like overarching ethos. But yeah, me like Valve.
They give us a lot of space, you know. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when Steam first came out, I stayed up because it failed to launch, I think, 2 days in a row because there was too much demand and it kept crashing the servers or something. So it took like more than a day to release, and every time I stayed up to get a low Steam ID. So I was like spamming. I was one of those guys who was crashing their servers, just spamming the download button or whatever it was.
Damn, so you knew that Steam IDs were going to be important to have a low one.
First buy round for both teams.
This is interesting. They throw the top B smoke, but there's no one there to check if anybody has pushed top banana. So they've got to kind of hope. But at the same time, they can't even rotate off of it. So I always feel like if you throw a smoke, you should be able to see it. Rule of thumb. But
yeah, there's a question about purpose there, or what that suggests to an opponent. Like if there was an opponent on banana, what is the read they get from seeing that smoke go down like that? Yeah. FNS is playing around the pillar in the CT spawn area, which is nice to see. Really fun to for CT to take Jules from that position. But in the meantime, Archer's been taken by the T's. Although FNS are going to library now, he's going to get wrecked immediately. And there we go, 2 players left now. Haven't really spoken about Team Liquid yet, even though they've won all these rounds.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It was a nice play from Ye in the pit. Called out where Twist was going to fall from as well. And I think the only thing is typically, I guess they had a rotator in CT just in case it would be still. Maybe their goal with the smoke was to bait them into trying to take it. And then calling a rotate over. Because I could see that being possible more than the opposite. But here's some good exit frags, even though they don't win the round. So that's something. They save 2 guns as well.
There are talks about NAFLI top 5.
In North America. I think in North America certainly, but
it's too crowded for World.
Too crowded for World, yeah. Well, for me, I just do results based. You know, like what's your?
Yeah,
I just.
But
say
I mean, do you do results based for simple? Because
I do. I mean, because I just say it's unfair to the people who have gotten there to say that somebody who hasn't played in a higher stakes match and like more pressure and everything doesn't have better.
It's
more
not.
fairly
You can't necessarily straight compare, right? Because of pressure and other things.
So I think it's unfair to them, even though you could say, oh, I believe that if it was, you know, major finals.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
So results based.
I need to watch some NAFLI demos.
Nafli is one of the players you watch, and he does everything in such a unique way. Every move he makes, you're like, oh, that's an interesting way to peek that. Interesting that he jumped up there, or I was watching his demos yesterday actually. Match versus Birds Pro.
I wanted to make some videos recently, but I had to buy another microphone first, which I did yesterday.
What'd you get?
It's I should grab it actually. It's called I think it's by a company called Blue, and it's called a Raspberry.
Oh, Blue makes the Yeti. So, yeah, they make the Yeti and the Snowball. Maybe it's that same company.
You know, I'm gonna go and grab it. You talk.
Okay.
Bye, Launders.
See you, man. Just me and you guys, big chillin'.
Hello. Bet you're surprised to see us.
Holy smokes! Wait, is that Dan?
Wow. That is nuts, James.
What is going on?
Holy hell.
We have a giant soundboard, dude.
I love Satsumas.
You love sauce tumors? What'd you say?
I love Satsumas.
Sausamus? What's going on?
They're super good for you. They're superfood.
Sauce tumors. Dan, what are you rambling about right now?
I love Satsumas.
Alright, just let me take it from here, okay?
Christmas season is the season of Satsumas.
It's already March, so.
Var ist mein Handy?
What language? This is the soundboard of Dan sleep talking that I'm listening to right
fallopian
now.
tubes removed.
Excuse.
Alright, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm back. Welcome back to myself. I could hear it, yeah. 4-on-4 Complexity really looking for their first buy round on the CT. I mean, first round on the CT side and back in the room. Twist above the pit. I think he has support from his teammates as well. Not structurally though. Still one CT. I think it's Ye in the corner of the site, taken out immediately. Liquid are overwhelming Complexity, flooding the site. See what I did there?
Yes, because they're like water coming out of a
Well,
dam.
they're liquid. Doesn't have to be water.
Analogy.
Could be paint.
Paint is really riding the line. It's a thick wood.
A thick wid. Okay, I've got my little microphone up, but I'll can discuss it when we're on camera again.
How much was this?
$200.
$200?
Yeah, the Yetis are like a Blue Yeti is like. Is this by Blue? Yeah, a Blue Yeti is about 130. But I looked at the reviews for that one, and they were really good. They said it's really awesome, despite its size, and you can use it with mobile phones as well. So if you wanted to record off your phone, depending on the app, you could use an external microphone for better quality.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it Bluetooth connection to your PC?
No, it has a USB for both iOS and Android. Nice.
My main issue with the Yeti was just that it picked up a lot in the room. So.
Oh yeah, wrong type of mic maybe for that.
I think it was.
Although I mean, if you're not going to use it in a room, when are you going to use it?
Exactly. So the AT2020 is what I got. I like it.
Yeah, I think Dan had a similar issue because he used to use that one, which is why I shied away from getting that one. I got a fat ass Shure mic at home.
Oh, yeah, SE50 or whatever.
Maybe same one as him. He bought it and told me about it. And I was like, yeah,
that's like where it ends. Yeah, I think that's where that's like what Joe Rogan uses, right? I think for his podcast. Might not be.
Have you ever been on a Joe Rogan forum?
Forum? No.
I would visit it occasionally, like 10 years ago. Pretty busy forum.
JoeRogan.com.
Joe Rogan forum. Yeah.
Huh.
You should check it out. I'll tell you about it off stream.
What were you a fan of 10 years ago from Joe Rogan?
Just him shouting, "Oh!" during UFC events.
10 years ago. Oh yeah, he was doing UFC 10 years ago.
Yeah, even longer than that.
Wow, it's already been a decade since 2008. All right.
At UFC, what was it? 38. Brawl at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh my God.
Were
you there?
Yeah. Of course I was there.
Sick, man.
I was huge on MMA back in the day.
Me too. I watched most stuff up until like around 100 George St. Pierre, BJ Penn type days.
I think they've made me less interested in MMA because they've kind of flooded the market now. So much fighting, I just can't watch it all.
Ooh, good eco. Couple of easy kills. Fat rotation over to B. Couple in CT, one in spools. They can sit and wait. Oh, they got the boost as well. No time left to do anything else. And an op over here.
Yeah, but this is...
solid round.
I mean, if they take this round, how many weapons do they get? Okay, that's good. Because your max loss bonus, I mean, that kind of gives you an extra buy, basically. If that was a buy round and they survive with a few players, it'll be a bad situation, but this is a super good situation. You win like a half buy / eco rounds, and you take all the weapons from your opponent, you've got loads of money in the bank that you otherwise wouldn't have. So that is the arguably best round for them to win at that point where you're at max loss bonus, but now they need a consecutive round. Otherwise, they are going down the toilets. And there it is. Nafly has just killed everything towards the B bomb sites. And that's save territory. Don't even bother rotating.
Craziest part about NAF is how versatile he is in terms of like the extremes of being a really good entry fragger and lurker at the same time. He's like a car with the highest acceleration.
So far, Complexity look outmatched on Inferno. Is there a way back into this? This reset. Again, this reset, I was going to say is going to be brutal, but then I just remembered that the nature of the round they won, so yeah, they have another buy. Android is short, but everybody else is good to go.
That's too much, man. They got, I mean, Complexity just have to kind of write that off. They're going to be a little bit lower on utility too, so they should be very scared of something fast from Liquid. But they won't anticipate that can happen again. I'm sure Naf had a really good spawn as well.
I think despite the fact he got both kills, there was someone behind him firing as well, which made it more difficult target selection and so on.
Oh, peace, dude. Dirty Peek Pete gets peeked by Twist and deleted.
It's a brave new world.
Yikes.
Minute 20. 3 players for Complexity towards A. But will it be enough? Will 4 be enough at this point? With Twist making peaks like that, what can you really do? And he's back. Yeah, he's going to go out, and he's going to get shot in the face. What can you do, Launders? Have you played against Twist?
He's too young. In executes. Twist has a lot of executes, actually. Have you tried that?
No, not yet.
Oh, because they have the, I don't know if they have European servers for executes, maybe?
We have retakes.
Okay. Executes are the next thing. They're better. I think Sluis made both of them. But
can you explain to the viewers at home what these things are?
Yeah, it sets up around right before you do like a full execute on a site, and then it has 4 or 5 terrorists running in with a couple of set flashes and smokes, and then it gives the CTs some utility, and then you can only plant on the one site, so immediately starts right before the execute and it ends as the round ends, and then play about 20 rounds on each map. It's very fun. It's good practice for just the angles and stuff. People don't take it that seriously, but it's still good practice for the angles, getting used to dodging flashes and everything. Yeah, this is yeah, it's a tough situation for Complexity to be in. I mean, they lost the follow-up round where they did have 1 out, so at that point, you know, it's really their fault. But this looks like it might be a short one.
Yes, perhaps we will even catch up. We'll see, though. It's a game of 2 halves, so maybe Complexity will enjoy the freedom of the T side, but first they need more than 1 round. FNS, last man with a USP. Nice 1-tap, but it's consolation kill at this point.
Liquid are tactically pretty amazing already. Just surprising. I was watching their Mirage versus Virtus Pro, and they just had so many. They had so many T setups. Like, I think they just have so much good input on the team because they have Steel and Nitro. So Nitro's just like learned IGL. They have all their old stuff plus Steel stuff.
And Zeus as well.
He can understand everything that Fallen says in his videos.
Yeah. And there it is again. A quick 2K from Nafly, but will you expect a 3rd player? Perhaps not, but oh, knives are out, and not expecting that one, so it's a free kill. The Lurker taken down as well, but there's another Lurker. There's another Lurker in Twist. Oh, look at the spray transfer. This guy's too good. People have been raving about Twist. And, man, this is slaughter. This is savage.
Fear of Lamb.
It's like people said, tacos are coming in 10 minutes, guys. You got 10 minutes.
And Liquid are hungry. They just keep it going. 5 nades from Complexity. 4 down Banana. It's obviously a tell because you can only throw 1 nade. But they picked the wrong choke point. Would have done a lot down mid.
4 grenades spotted. But Liquid will not be compelled to rush based on that information. A 2-man rotation could have come earlier, of course. I love the discipline. And Liquid, even going back to like the Adren days, they've always been a disciplined team. And I think they've been like a standout team in terms of discipline in North America that whole time, in their own style, which is really cool that it's kind of been retained with all these roster changes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It will be very interesting to see like how, like when Liquid and Cloud9 match up. Will it be like a Power Complexity situation where one team does better internationally but really good against the other team, or vice versa, or if one will just be straight up better than the other? Honestly, don't know at this point.
I think after the major, Cloud9 have got to be one of the most studied teams in recent month or two.
Yeah, I think people are very critical of them, but in my view, they're still doing a lot better than they should be for how long they've been playing and how much experience they have.
3 more pistols to eliminate to the prime of oxygen. Well, with these kills, they can't really pick up the weapons. Ooh, that molly's big. And Finesse forced into the open. Steel's got to reload though, can't get it done in time. Twist is in the red, Twist is dead. And now things turn around. Yay with a USP. Can he pick up a weapon? He's scrambling for one. He's been spotted and Leash won't let him get there. Round 11 for Team Liquid. Double snipers for Complexity now, changing the game.
It's gonna be their last chance to put any semblance of a half together. Two ops, for the most part, been largely neutralized, and that is a one-way smoke in halls. That's pretty cool.
Gimmicks.
Oh, they can cross over that.
They will force the CTs away from the apartments. At 1 minute 16, Banana is re-smoked. Complexity though, they still have 2 more smoke grenades. Well, both of which are towards Banana, but you know, Banana has not really been fantastic for Complexity so far. Yeah, he steals a kill away in apartments. Cheeky re-aggression, can't get a second frag though. Elise taken down in Boiler. Nitro trying to sell something. They're pushing A, but the bomb's been left in second mid by these players. And I mean, they could, if they were successful, they could go to just win by elimination or something, but it's now Nitro alone, spotting one more player. Oh. Great shot through the wall there. 35 seconds, and does he go back for the bomb? Or does he just try to draw these CTs towards him? He knows the rotation will be coming in, and it's very unlikely that would have gone for this bomb. So with 25 seconds left, he's going to go for the bomb. Now, he could make a play towards the B bomb site.
I think you might, yeah, go back. Oh, will that actually do something? They'll definitely just move together, but they're better off just, no matter what, sticking together. Oh, rotation's already going. This makes it a whole different round, because the bomb will almost certainly get planted here. So Def's moving up. Oh my god.
Just in time, Nitro.
Oh wow.
Did the best he could. I think there's an argument to just win by elimination at that point. Because with the time,
Nitro?
Yeah, because with the time on the clock, I feel like the bomb's so far away that the time to go, if you're going to go back to A, I'm not saying what he did is wrong, but I would be interested to see them just go for a win by elimination. I've only seen that one time actually, I think on Mirage, where the bomb was top mid, and they had a read that it was very likely that the CTs hadn't seen the bomb. So they just went for the win by elimination and didn't give away the fact that he didn't have the bomb, which was really awesome to see.
Yeah, it's a big risk though, because you have to you have to walk to find your first kill and hope that the second one won't just run away. Or hope that he can be killed at the same time. But
It's a risk, but if there's no bomb plant, then they're not going to run away.
If the time gets low, they'll just play it 1-for-1, yeah. Well, that's what I would do.
Well, we might see a rare round for Complexity, a unicorn round in this half.
3v5. Smokes go over. There's a rotate in as well. Full nades though, to stop them from getting in. And there's nothing to do but wait. Full HP for all players remaining. Def jumps up on the coffins. Doesn't have an angle to see anything because of the smoke. People fighting in the back behind him. The hold is strong. Everyone from Liquid falls, so at least Complex to get a third round.
Round number 3 on the board. That's a great flick from Peter to kick things off. Nice chat.
What'd you get?
Later.
Oh.
Don't talk about things that are off camera, because for viewers it's a disconnected experience, Lawrence.
Well, I don't even know what it is yet, so it doesn't even look like it's going to be opened.
Flashbang goes towards Banana, so if anybody's towards the car position, they're forced away. More teams could do with utilizing that grenade. Well then, a top mid take is being set up by Team Liquid here. There's a Molotov. Bad use of good wine. Although it is actually petrol in a Molotov, I do believe.
Damn, no peek in that corner. Very cool nades. Like this. Let's just hope they do the hard trap potentially. They still have 3 smokes left over. Looks like they haven't lined anything up quite yet.
43 seconds left. Nobody on Banana. But with the violence that they've caused Team Liquid have on Banana earlier on, it's probably sure that no one's going to be peeking too aggressively. Peter with 1 pick, but what is the information for Complexity? Still 3 people on the A site for them as they wait. Yeah, in the graveyard position, popping out an opportune time, and now he can run distraction and just be a nuisance. Well, they will continue to duel Elige. There's a bomb down as well, and he's going to look for a twist also. He'll get taken down by Android. So 4 rounds towards the end for Complexity, and we might have a game on our hands yet.
Yeah, that was something. That was a nice hold. Definitely. I like the re-aggression for Peter. He found the perfect moment there between the map control and the execute that he could re-aggress into somebody just trying to rifle his angle. So a moment of weakness for Liquid. Maybe he's watched and seen, because that seemed, the entire thing seemed like a set piece, the way they took top mid and the way they executed about 15 seconds after. There might be some time they could save on the setup, because they have Steel coming up clear top mid and then running all the way back to pit to throw a smoke. So save some seconds off.
This is an aggressive pistol run from Team Liquid. 3 people in the middle of mid, fighting second mid as well. 4 people with an apps push. That is really aggressive. And on Banana, in the meantime, we have Peter and Elige. They were close to each other around a car position, but now they'll start to clean things out. So cleaning Banana does not mean you need to necessarily charge into the B bomb site, but they are headed in that direction. A CT smoke will be deployed, and there is a flashbang. Does it go over the roof from FNS? Yes, it does. Players are blind. They will take advantage of that. These T's get the numbers in there. Nitro trying to dance by new box. You don't get anything done. Elige taken out as well, and Complexity might be good. They might, maybe not. The Twist is a beast. That second kill, jumping player, nothing will stop him. 3 on 3. All of a sudden, there's a kit on Steel, no Kevlar on Steel. Oh, another one from Twist. Is he going for the ace? He's going for the ace. He's got 4 kills so far. Whereas the 5th must be Banana. Surely the smoke is down, but he doesn't want to defuse it. He wants the kill. Oh, FNS, and it is the pistol ace from Twist. Not so often that you see that. Nasty shots from him from start to finish. Absolutely disgusting. His second one here. What is that?
Even this.
Boom.
It was a shoulder peek from quad. He thought he was safe.
Full control of his mouse. Full control.
That's what we all want, right? Just for our mouse to go exactly where our minds are going.
Full control. HE's being deployed by Complexity now. If you are top mid, standing by that corner wall will help you avoid taking any significant damage from grenades thrown up mid. But here comes the charge. MP9 for Elite. StarCraft aim! That is the end of that. That is a very tight pile of bodies.
That was brutal. That was a clothesline. Full buy up, but Complexity, they know that it's a bonus round for Liquid, who they only got 1 kill last round, so looking forward to seeing all those SMGs once again, and probably an aggressive play to go hand in hand with it. Can work in their favor, but it can also be very demoralizing. Die by an SMG on a round like this. Liquid are really showing us why they were cut above at the moment. quite low on nades. 3 smokes for complexity, and they don't have any map control to work with. Minute 10, they're just waiting smokes out. Looks like they wanted to jump in there. Change of plans as complexity walks up mid, and there's actually a double boiler stack. This is going to be hard to predict. Nitro is responsible for an angle he's not better off clearing. Like, the guy in front of him is going to be exposed. Twist is here to help as well, and they bust out of boiler, get that initial frag, and Twist falls back to fight.
Ooh, interesting times. 3 players. It's a flash. That's going to allow Steel to fly out of the balcony, but he can't get anything done. Elige with the UMP gets the 1 versus 1. And he's going to get shot straight in the face by Ye. That was a really important frag for Ye, but Nafly is there through the box. M4A4 spray all day, baby.
That's so nuts. And he locks you into the box. If he hits you through it, you can barely crouch out. So first go came out so fast, Ye couldn't even move.
Complexity running out of room, running out of space. 2 players, 2 rounds remain for Liquid to win this match. Obviously more at the end for Complexity. Elige with a spray transfer there, backing off now for the reload. Not quite making it though. Awkward when both your players need to get their reload in. Android avoiding the flashbang, and the cavalry is here. They're on the horses, and they've got the rounds. 15 rounds for Team Liquid.
Notice they didn't even throw their deep mollies. They just threw the top banana smoke, and then they just started nading right into the smoke. Everything they had, and they realized 100% it was going to be a rush, and there's no need to try to block anybody off or take bottom banana control. It's perfect. Another force up for Complexity, who will need to win 11 rounds in a row. Bring this out.
Seems Liquid are done waiting around for this one. Very aggressive take of Banana, and this has been a very one-sided match and may finish that way unless Complexity can do something. Looking for an early retake of Banana, getting Peter through there, but nobody's deep. Elige will be boosted up. They're lining up for him, but he won't get the kill. Nafly could do a lot here. Molotov is down. There's 1 player by the logs. Got to be careful. He'll back off, give himself time to reload, and Nitro will rotate to his position. Molotov for the CTs as well. And now it's down to Def. Got an AK from his fallen teammate. Rory Jackson from the UK.
Huh. Out of left field comes the wall smoke. It's going to actually help him clear this. Oh, he doesn't go deep enough, though. He had the right idea there, though.
And there it is, 16-4. That was all Team Liquid. It was a formality by the end of it, really. Start to finish, they weren't really at risk or in trouble at any point in that match. So I don't know how much there is to say about that one, really.
I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's more about the storyline for Liquid until Complexity can prove that they have what it takes to be talked about, I guess. Because I think, you know, you look at teams and you say, well, are they really worth discussing until they're, if they're in Pro League, until they're competitive on the playoff level or the international level? And I think, you know, Complexity still have some time to get there. They're definitely, I think, a lot better than they were last season, and have had FNS now to help them lead as well, which should be huge, but that stuff will take time. For now, it's definitely about Liquid, the other stars in North America who have a ton of more potential on the international stage. And them having games like this is important, right?
Yeah. A very one-sided match. The next one between these 2 teams is going to be Train as well, so we look forward to that. That's going to be coming up after the break, which we'll be very quickly into. That's actually caught us up very well with just 5 minutes over schedule now from before, so fantastic stuff. So I guess we could start to break now, and then after that we'll be back with Train.